Hello, lovely Cancer. This is your reading for this new moon in Taurus, which falls today here in the Southern Hemisphere. So that is today. So we're doing a shortened Celtic cross if you've not tuned in before. So let's get into it. We'll get the central position, the basis. We look at what's behind you, where you're at, and moving forward at this time. Cancer. Lovely Cancers. So let's see. We'll wait for these cards to jump. Just two more cards. Oh, talk about jump. Excuse me, Cancer. All right, so we come out with some big jobs here. I'll talk briefly about this and then we'll move through. We come out with the great card of the mind, the Eight of Swords, if you see it in the Thoth deck here. And you'll be reminded, I'm sure most of you know, the figure blindfolded, bound, but actually not. Simply bound by one's own limiting beliefs about your own capability, about your own strength, capability, ability to act, to get things moving in the world. Crossing this, which I think is wonderful, we have the Eon, and the Eon in the Thoth deck is Judgment. This is a wonderful combination to start out with because it really, look, there's something as we go through, we'll obviously glean more information here, Cancer, but it's looking like you're just having massive sort of epiphany. I say that epiphanies, I say that because the basis of this currently for you is the Hierophant. To me, the Hierophant represents either a mentor, a teacher. It is new information that you have been open to receive, that you are ready to receive. And it can come in the form of a person in your life. It is to do, it's sort of spiritual big jobs, I guess, because it does pertain to quite deep information here. So this is amazing. Maybe you've overcome something within your life, something that was limiting you, whether it was simply your perspective. But I think you've had a kind of what appears to be a new direction. So let's just see what's behind lovely Cancer. The Hanged Man. So you've had a period. The Hanged Man often appears before the Hierophant. Quite often in readings, the Hanged Man makes an appearance before the Hierophant does, because we have a period of choosing the state where nothing's really coming in and nothing's going out. We're hanging. We're just hanging. There's a reason for that, whether you're conscious of it or whether you're not conscious of it at the time. But within this state, you can liken it quite simplistically to a chrysalid, just getting ready to sort of morph into another zone, another form, crossing over thresholds and all of that kind of thing. So it's pretty amazing. Where are you at currently, Cancer? And we'll go through and clarify here as well. Where is Cancer right now? I think in a pretty special position. We get the 8 of Discs, this card of perfecting something. So you're working away. Good on you. You're working at it. We see here these gorgeous 5-petaled flowers are quite well protected here, because all burgeoning, any project, any sort of something that you're perfecting, you're working hard at. This could be any project in your life. It could be work, like where you work. It could be your own personal work, spiritual work. I do feel that it is probably more expansive than just, though one can't diminish the importance of working and perfecting and crafting an actual tangible skill. But what I see here is it is more spiritual work, whether you know that's what's going on or not. Sometimes we're not conscious necessarily at the time that this is something that's occurring. Moving forward for Cancer, please. Moving forward. Right, we get 2 cards. Yeah, this, I mean, a lot of these readings are really transformative readings, I would say, because we're getting big stuff coming out. So we have the Devil. Yes, we're looking at what, don't be alarmed at the Devil. I mean, it's literally, in the Thoth deck, there's at its highest level or aspect, we see the joy and wonder and absolute gift of life. A life that is lived, a life to be lived, not taking a back seat, like fully enjoying all the fruits of life, people, animals, plants, everything. With that, of course, at its lowest polarity, you've got these thought forms, you've got bondage. We know this about the Devil. It can be psychological, codependency, all of that. But with that, we have the card of transformation, the fisherman or woman, the fisher. We go down, we go deep, we move through, we come out. Sorry about the light today, it's pretty early in the morning. This is just screaming of a really major, either a major crossroads, a major shift in the way that you're seeing your place in the world, in your world. It's pretty amazing, Cancer. So let's just look. We might just have a wee look at this Hierophant character. And as I split the deck, we have the Hangman and the Moon. We'll just look at this character, the Hierophant. Look, transformations don't suddenly just happen. Like, oh yeah, I just, I was just sort of like, suddenly I was transformed. It doesn't, everything was just transformed. It doesn't really, I mean, sure it can, like amazing things like can happen out of the blue, but it is something that one works at, isn't it? And I think you have been working at it. Anyway, let's have a look at the Hierophant. It's pretty special. We get the Three of Wands. So the direction that you were going, you're still going in the direction. It's great. This is movement. It's looking, it's taking a little break to have a look at that pathway that you're on, that you're moving across that landscape, and that really there's nothing that can phase you here. You're keeping on going. It's works in motion. Well, not so much works in motion. It's you in motion. I find this quite interesting. I find it quite interesting, actually. The figure in that 3, you know, looks at the Hierophant, is looking towards the Hierophant. We have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Are you involved in groups of magical nature, or heading into, you know, finding out more information about certain things that you're interested in the nature of co-creation? I'm not going to use the word manifestation. I think it's overused at the moment. Co-creation. Okay, all right. Let's have a wee look at the Hanged Man here. This is big stuff. Because moving forward, you're going to be questioning, you are going to be questioning what, you know, some things about maybe what is good for you, questioning your values, what is good for you, what is not good for you. And that is the key in this transformation as you move forward. You're in work mode at the moment. It's not a boring thing. It's an incredibly amazing state to be in this spread. We look at the Hanged Man. We get 2 cards. What is revealed, what is not revealed. We go into that zone of the moon. The tidal rhythms, the rhythms of life. With that, the unseen and the seen, but in a timing. And the Hanged Man hangs for the time that he needs to, or she needs to hang there. We have also the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is a card of respite. You could say healing, but it's sort of like regeneration. It's regenerative rest. So obviously that was required in order to keep going with your, what I think is a vision of sorts. Now let's have a wee look. This 8 of Discs, please. Ooh, the 8 of Discs, please, for Cancer. You're coming into your own. You are coming into your own. We get the King, benevolent. Organizes everything so that everything is in place in order to allow free flow. Everything's in place. All the practicalities have been organized. Whoever this is for, you know, I mean, if someone resonates with this, that's great. We get what we get on the table. This gorgeous king, you know. He carries people, is what I'm getting. Kind of very emotional. So whatever this is, for someone out there, yeah, I just get that. He carries people. Oof. Cancer. So we see that gorgeous king. He's in his domain. He is look, he's self-made, but he shares it around. He shares it. So as we move forward, lovely Cancer, we've got a few. Oh no, we've got far too many. Excuse me, moving forward, where we see massive transformation with death. Of course, it's not physical death. It's a transformation. It's a new zone. It's a new period. You're looking at what you've maybe been felt bound by, to release yourself from any bondage, any psychological bondage, codependency, all of that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. We get the Star. Clearing the channels is what I'm getting for a lot, for over this period of time leading up to the end of the month. We're healing, we're clearing, we're right, like there's a saying, you know, and I'm not talking about any particular religious group or anything, but there is a saying, getting right with God. It's actually getting, it's, to me, the way I interpret that, is getting things in line here. And that's what's happening with the Star. And this is required for you, because you've chosen that path, Cancer. You're committed to it. It's beautiful. It's really quite a delightful feeling. So we'll just get Pixie and Fairy card for you, Cancer. What are we looking at, actually? What are we interested in? Let's have a look at the King of Pentacles with the 8 of Discs. Look, we have Singer of the Chalice. It's like an ace. It's a cup of love, of divine energy, divine love. And in some ways it's a cradle. I just get this, it's a cradle. I just get this containment and something being carried, and this king carrying, enveloping, not enveloping, just supporting, carrying. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's someone in your life who's doing that for you at the moment, who's providing that for you because they love you. And let's have a look at the Star. Yes, I do think. Yes, I do. Now, let's see. It is, I mean, I do believe this. I get this really strongly. It's someone is really helping you to get where you want to go, and your own hard work. All right, so the Pixies and Fairies, we're looking at the Star transformation. We get the Fawn. This is a mirrored image. This is a counterpart. So whether you have a counterpart or someone that you see as a counterpart, this is friendship. It's allies. It's comrades. It's support. Everything about this reading is kind of about structures of support. And we see with the Fawn that there's a mirrored image going on. We have also here, we get 3 cards that came out. Ilb the Retriever, which is about things returning from the past, whether that be people or something that you felt within yourself was lost. Something is returning to you. Maybe there's a person that's returned to you and really kind of made life a lot easier just at this time. A lot easier emotionally and practically and in the physical sense. It's just really quite powerful feeling to this. And then we have the Bright Mother. The Bright Mother's a very magical card, and we can see the new moon on this card. you know, she has this, sometimes I look at this and it appears to be this mangled collection of feathers and fur and plant matter and root and fungi all mixed up in a bag on her shoulder. You know, like she's really been around. I mean, she's really been down deep and around and come back out, and she's really providing a light and a guide for others. A guide for others. Maybe you're playing that role for someone, Cancer, at the moment. It's just stunning reading. Let's just get a what am I doing? We'll get a journey map card for you, Cancer. It's a stunning reading. It's really supportive reading. Really supportive. Just one card, please, for lovely Cancer. Thanks for all your likes, shares and subscribes, because it just keeps me going. Thank you. What have we got, Cancer? Maybe this is part of this transformation for you, dear friends, with this wonderful support mechanism in place. Sanctuaries. People can be sanctuary. First up, we have two cards here. This is a card of feeling paralyzed, and we see this mirrored in where we have the central card of the Eight of Swords, self-limitation. This paralysis, simple, not simple to get out of, but a simple equation. Our mind and heart are not connected. We cannot perform. We cannot get things moving. We lack motivation, drive, the ability to see, the ability to hope, actually to have faith in our own capabilities. This is a beautiful thing, Cancer, because with that we have Lady of the Hearth. When I speak of sanctuary and that people can be sanctuaries for you, or this can work the other way around, like it can be something that you are providing for someone in your life or a group of people in your life, you know. We have Lady of the Hearth. You see the fires burn. The hearth is always a flame. Lady of the Hearth is about a place, a sacred place. It could be your kitchen, where it could be your living room, your home, whatever, your area by the sea or on a hill. It's a sacred place where people are accepted, people are nourished. There's always food, and there's always this lady. All major projects, creativity, amazing ideas, imaginings are all formulated in this place. But primarily it's where the fires continue to burn. It's just amazing. It's just like, you know, there's so many supportive, it's just a reading of complete, you know, you've got this incredible, it's like a cradle of love. You've got the King of Pentacles, you know, making things practical, putting, you know, taking care of all that side of stuff. You've got a counterpart, or you are the counterpart of, you know, just this incredible support. It's a beautiful reading. Now, I won't go on. I go on and on and on, I know. But let's just get a very emotional reading. This is about your passionate expression. We get from the Harlequins just words. Passionate expression. This is by which this process is allowing you. Passionate expression. Something that you've sat on, that maybe you've marginalized for a long time. There's someone that's guided you here. There's new information. There's someone who's not only guided you, supported you. Now, cross-watching and all of that, take that into account. Supporting. And in that, we have great healing comes from this. And what comes from that? Incredible transformations, Cancer. So I hope this reading resonated for someone out there, whether, you know, this is what we get today. Thank you so much for joining me, Cancer. Enjoy this beautiful new moon time. Plant wee seeds. Thank you so much. Ka kite. See you later, Cancer.